Hi Ravi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, Rakesh. How are you?
I'm absolutely fine, thank you. So let me introduce you to our YouTube channel audience. So people, we have Ravi today, and who has got selected in multiple companies, and he is here to share his success story with us. So first of all, many congratulations to you, Ravi. And
Thank you so much.
yeah, I'm so happy for you that you have got selected. So would you like to tell us something about yourself first?
Yeah, sure, Rakesh. So yeah, hi everyone. Hi, Rakesh. Myself, Ravi Ranjan. So basically, I'm from Muzaffarpur, Bihar. So I've done my bachelor's in computer science from Chandigarh University. So last 1.8 years, I've been working in Birlasoft. So basically, this is our campus recruitment. So I got placed there, and this is my very first company. So I was there in around 1.10 years of like I was there working. So later that I start like after that. So in the initial phase, I was in basically manual side of testing. So I was doing mostly manual, and then later on, I started doing automation. And yeah, I've seen I started videos and mock interviews from your itself and every other like various YouTube channel I've tried. So yeah, that really helped me a lot. And the mock interviews I personally say because whatever the questions you are like telling us during the interview, so basically they helped me a lot in preparing in those interviews. And yeah, so basically like I was also doing working in Selenium and Java and test ng these things and Git, Jira, Jenkins, that type of thing I'm working on it. So yeah, so that's it from
Okay, great. So you have quite 2 years of experience. And
yeah it was,
okay, great. So in which company you have got selected?
so I'm selected in Informatica. So this is a
Wow,
product based company. Yeah.
wonderful. Yeah, so congratulations. And would you like to tell us like how was your interview experience and what was your journey? Like how did you start
Okay.
preparing and all those? Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, like when when I was in Birla, so basically, uh, I was like working mostly related to our manual side and very rarely we are doing automation side scripting. So it was not that much, right? But still, I wanted to focus in automation side because as everyone is focusing in the automation side, so I started. I thought that okay, let me like start working on that and start reading these things and like try to learn all these things. So then I started, and slowly I started giving few interviews. So in the very first, I guess, the very first few months, basically, I was only interviewing just to get the questions, basically, like how the interviewers try to ask me questions related, like what sort of questions they give. And I personally feel like a few companies, like few MNCs, they are they basically questions you every single question related to the automation side. So everyone who is trying to at least go after any automation side, they will they should definitely go after very first in MNCs, then try for other, because at least you will get every single question from the MNC companies. Like you will get a lot of questions from there too. They will ask a very good questions, so you will get it from there. So from there, I like created a lot of questions for me from the MNC. Will like so I wasn't selected basically. I got very wrong questions, but still they kept asking me questions. So that was good for me to at least got to know. So
Mm.
in very few like in very question like in companies like Infosys, I given I was rejected, and very few other companies also in MNCs I also rejected. So there like in Paytm, the very first company like Paytm which I tried. So Paytm was the very first product company. I got selected in the very first interview, but the second interview I was rejected just because I was not good in REST assured side, API side testing. So
Mm.
that I felt really bad because rest assured, I guess everyone now want to like work on rest assured. So that where I rejected. So that I felt like in the managerial round you rejected, like you at least got the product based company, you have a chance to get it. So I felt really bad. But then after I tried a little bit harder, so I started preparing more notes, and then slowly I started giving some few interviews. But Informatica, this company, like this I have applied through LinkedIn. So there is a coding basically. There is a first round of interview. First round was it's a coding round basically.
Mhm.
So it was a few questions, like a few questions were there, basic normal question, Java question it was.
Mm.
So it was like, okay, so you will basically string related questions. So you can just try to do it. You can do it by yourself. So
Mm.
that was happened good. And later on, it was two more interviews basically. So the very first interview, it happened very good. And questions are mostly the same which you also given us, like this sort of question they ask. So more like this sort of question came in the first and second interview. And
Mm-hmm.
later on the third interview, like it was basically they asked me to go for the managerial round, but I don't know why they told me to, like you have to give another technical round then you will go for managerial round. So that I felt, okay, what happened if this round I got rejected? So I got worried, but by God, like it went very well. So the interviewer also, like I personally feel that in Informatica company people, they are very good, and they are very good in, even if you are doing some mistake now, they will support you during your writing scripts, and they will tell you, okay, here you are lagging. So they helped me a lot, the third interviewer. And the last one also, the managerial, she also helped me a lot during the interview, and it
Mm-hmm.
went very well. So yeah, so from there I got selected in this Informatica.
Great. So such a good thing. Like sometimes, the interviewers are helpful and they are supporting the
Yeah,
thing that you mentioned, that they are helping you even if you are making some mistakes. These kind of
right, right.
interviews are found very rare in this IT companies and IT sectors.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So
yeah.
would you like to tell us something about the range of salary that you were earning earlier and now how much you are making?
Yeah, so I was earning before, it was 4.1 LPA, basically around 4 LPA you can say. So
Mm-hmm.
right now that is around same, like 4.5. So right now, like here in Informatica, they offered me 9.5 to 10.5. So that is almost more than 150% hike.
So that is the
So
range,
like, yeah,
150% of hike you have making.
yeah, right, right.
Wonderful. Yeah. So would you like to have share some interview questions that you have got? So how many interviews you have given in how many companies you have given?
So I've given more than 20 companies, like I've given interviews for, like from last 3 months, I was giving interviews like every 2 or 3 days. And
Mm,
total count, I guess it will go up to more than 50, 60. And even I rejected numbers of times. So I can't even tell you how many times I got rejected.
no worries, but that shows your temperament, that shows your positive mindset, that even if you have got rejected in 50, 60 companies, but still you don't need to get disappointed. You don't need to get depressed. It's all about
Yeah,
moving on in the right positive direction. Okay. So
yeah.
I've given you the sharing rights. Maybe if you can share the notepad or Excel file which you have, in which you have mentioned all the interview questions.
Okay, okay. Yeah, just a second. I'm trying
Yeah.
to share it.
And if possible, after this interview, you can share this file with us so we can
Yeah, yeah.
with the larger group ahead.
Sure, sure, sure. Just a second. I'm actually trying to do it.
So just click on share screen green button. Over there, you will get
Yeah,
a window option. Then you can go.
right. Okay. So just tell me like if it is visible.
Mhm.
Is it?
Yeah, just maximize it.
Yeah.
Maximize this notepad screen. Yeah, now it is
Yeah.
visible. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I've like from myself, I prepared this. Like I got very most of the questions from these things only. So I personally feel like these questions are really like, even most of the things you all already mentioned in your past interview. So I
Mm,
felt like, okay, like they are most repetitive ones. So
mm,
like you can see the duplicate elements in an array. Usually it like they most of the questions came like the same way. And
mm,
rest assured part which I said, like where I got rejected. So that's why I mentioned that they
mm,
asked me questions related like not get and status code. It was not. It was basically they asked me to write the code, how you will write it, whole chain process of the rest assured. So I lagged in that interview. So that's why I rejected. So there is now one more product-based company where they asked me to normally to move. They're giving me a string basically, and they asked me to put the zero in the very right side of the string. So it was that one question. So it was easy. I did it, but the second one I felt like the second here they gave me a question of replace H with T and T with H. So it got confused me. So basically, these type of questions are mostly repetitive. You can see all are mostly the same. All are like they also give you questions mostly which you are like you are seeing these every day after day. So I feel like it's all up to our practice only. Like mostly, if you are practicing it, you will definitely going to crack it. All the coding rounds for sure.
Yes, correct, correct. Okay.
Yeah.
So then comes string reverse and puzzle questions. So what kind of puzzle questions were asked?
Yeah, so it was a easy one. So they gave me three triangles basically. So
Okay.
in the three triangles, it was a common like there's a three triangles and one triangles. All the three sides having few numbers, and basically doing two sides of triangle plus and one side doing negative. Then in the middle of the triangle, you will get the result. So basically, it was like that. So that way they asked me. So
Mm.
it was that one question they asked basically. And normal Java questions in Selenium side, they mostly ask in Selenium like weight. Most of the companies ask related to weight, implicit and fluent weight also they are asking. So I thought that they must be asking only in implicit and explicit, but most of them started asking fluent weight also. So yeah, so that you also need to prepare during interviews, I can say. And instead of that, there are also windows, like how you handle windows basically. So they are also asking these questions also, and screenshot how, like basic coding, like how you know how you can do that screenshot one
Right,
as
right.
well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
yeah,
So find duplicate elements, string reverse, rest assured, part, and find number of occurrences, collection, reverse a sentence. Okay.
yeah.
So these are the coding related. Any manual testing scenario based questions that you would like to
Yeah,
share?
yeah, yeah. I have not added the manual one, but I'll tell you. Like manual, they mostly ask regression. What is regression testing? And what is sanity testing? So I always got confused during the sanity testing because it is also part of the regression. Like after doing after, like I got always even right now I also confused. So
Okay,
yeah.
no worries.
So one.
So yeah, so let me share my screen. I am jotting all the questions. So maybe then you can let me know, right? So
Sure,
we'll
sure.
we'll prepare one questionnaire kind of thing.
Yeah,
Okay. So is my screen visible?
yeah, yeah. It is visible.
And then you can share your file and then I'll merge this file. So together it will be a list. Okay. So what is
Sure.
regression? Then what is sanity testing? Right?
Yeah.
Then
and uh, and also they are asking like what you can say test cases approach mostly like
mm,
they give me some scenarios related to automatic you can say traffic lights. They give me a scenarios related to
okay.
traffic lights. Yeah, and also they give me a file upload one. They also give me some
File
scenario which
upload
was
is the question that every interviewer falls in love with.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, so basically these few questions like everyone asking me related like this test cases part.
Mm.
And also one WhatsApp scenario they gave me. So they are like these few questions was there in test cases part.
So you were asked to develop test scenarios for WhatsApp application.
Yeah, right, right.
Mhm.
Same. And instead of that, in manual side, like I guess most of they are very rare. Like I mostly applied for the automation side ones, so
Mm.
they rarely ask me like most of the time they ask me like only these things because I didn't get a chance mostly in manual.
Mhm. Because you were looking for an automation profile, so they focused more on automation front compared to manual.
Right, right.
Any questions that you have got related to SQL or database testing?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, in my resume also like in SQL I've not added it because I've never, like I've rarely done SQL part, but I've done a course from Udemy, so I am aware of few things.
Mm,
But a few questions were in SQL that the very simple and like the same question which repetitive one is this one to find the second largest salary. So
mm,
like everyone is asking the same question,
mm,
second largest salary. So I guess this one I remember.
mm,
And the second one, after that, whenever they ask me the question, I told them that I have not also added the SQL in my resume also. So they
mm,
tell me, okay, no worries.
mm,
Like, and mostly they ask me like how you can update in SQL. Normal queries they are asking,
mm.
update things and these type of things. How you write the normal query.
So these are the things about questions. No worries.
Right.
So good that you have shared all these questions. Okay.
Mm.
Now coming to the aspect of giving all these interviews. You were able
Right.
to give all these interviews because you were getting calls from the companies, right? So
Right. Right.
Now these days, what has happened is many people are coming and they are commenting on this channel, or they are approaching me via email, and they are asking why they are
Mhm.
not getting calls. Why after applying for some XYZ position, after sending the CV, those applications are not being converted into the interview calls. So what do you think? What
Right.
could be the reason behind that?
I guess most of the people are only restricted with Naukri and just LinkedIn applies, because they are thinking that only applying they will get the call. But that is not the thing these days. Like you need to make connection. Like you have to have some connections with HR side. So personally, I was like from Naukri, you have a very good profile. I personally feel so that way in the Naukri profile, I got very good search result also. Like the like most you need to focus on what you're working on skills, so that way only recruiters also will get to know much more about, and they will ask you to schedule the interview, they will contact you. So
Mhm.
that is Naukri profile. Instead of the Naukri in LinkedIn is such a great great page. Like you will actually contact with your recruiters directly.
Mhm.
Even I'm having like one tip I can tell everyone, like instead of looking after searching for any like trying to apply from website like websites or Naukri.com, just try to search normal thing, your profile, then after then after add joined, then you will get a in LinkedIn profile, then you will get very much like your profile, and most of the people who are joined for this profile with this company itself, you will
Mhm.
see most of them, and they have also added their recruiter's name also in that same
Mhm.
post. So then itself I got this trick that then itself you will directly contact with the HR and recruiters, and if they liked your LinkedIn profile, then definitely they will call you, and they are looking for those candidates who are willing to contact them, and they can schedule it. So definitely this way you can connect with them, and you will get them as much calls as possible.
Mhm. So when you say join, you mean you are telling about sending a connection request to the HR who are working in other companies?
No. Just in the LinkedIn page, in the search section, just write something like hashtag and then joined. Then you will get various posts related to like various people joined as a position of hashtag.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
and the
Search.
company also they joined. Then also they various of the people they added their recruiters name also inside that, because for thanking the recruiters. So
Hmm.
this way this tip will help you a lot. Like this helped me a lot because I got very much connections from this way only, and they are all related to QA side, testing side. So yeah, definitely they help me a lot.
Right. So in this manner, you will come to know the active recruiters who are actually
Yeah, right. That's the
active.
main thing, because
Right.
you need to connect with the active ones only. Because in Naukri profile also there are much more older job post also there, and you are applying for that without knowing that they are active or not still. So
Mhm.
instead of that, you can follow this way. Like you will get past few weeks joining also, and recruiter's name also.
Okay. And for Naukri, when you are telling, so did you had a generic account in Naukri, or you were using premium account in Naukri?
No, generic account. Even generic account, na, if your skills are very much like you have added actual skills instead of writing anything extra, like just focus on few things: Selenium, Java, TestNG, Jira, Jenkins, and Git, and rest assured part. Even this only, if you are writing it and just writing anything like how your role over there, then they will definitely contact you. I feel like, because most of the recruiters only ask for Selenium, Java, TestNG, Jira, this type of thing. They only write for searching profile. So
Mhm.
this way, I feel like even I got very good what I can say, that Naukri profile viewed. So I got very good results in viewed section. Like most of my profiles, my profile got viewed various top times. So this way, I think that many people will get the call from there.
Mhm. So is it possible for you if you can showcase your CV, how that has been created, so we can come to know what kind of keywords we have to put over there?
Yeah, sure. Just a second. I'm opening my CV. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Here it is. Sorry for taking much time. Sorry for
No
that.
worries,
Yeah.
no worries. It is fine.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, this is my CV, which I have like this was my CV basically.
Mhm. Okay, can you scroll down a bit? Yeah, scroll down. Okay, yeah, yeah. Now it's fine. Yeah.
Right.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay, fine. So this is how you have created. This is the PDF format that you have.
Yeah, right. So
Mm,
even I didn't added much more thing because it's
mm,
like I think that I'm in early phase of my career, so
mm,
that I will get to add various more in future upcoming years.
mm,
So that's why it's look very less as compared with other CVs, I
mm.
can say.
No worries.
So
Yeah.
like I've only added few things like you can see that Selenium, TestNG, Java. These only most important things only I've added in my skill
Mm.
set. As you,
Yes, Ravi. Okay.
yeah,
So achievements also you have put and task also you have put. So that is a good thing.
right.
Mm. Okay.
Even
Achievement.
most of the
Yes.
yeah, go ahead.
Yes, please go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, so most of the time, like while going up from my resume, I felt like most of the product-based companies they personally go after your projects and your achievement parts. I felt because they are more like to see what you are actually worked on,
Mm,
like your actual achievements. Like, is it really so you achieve it? And you are also like even most of the time, people while giving interview, they are not even aware that what they have written in their resume also. So they somehow forget also what they have written. So some of the companies do look after that and got to know like is it really so like and what's how was the project, so you also like do a better brief of that what you have achievement what you have done, so that I feel that is much more important these days to better explain your project and these sort of things.
right, right. So this looks very appealing. Wonderful.
Yeah,
So it's a one page of CV and it is so
right,
crisp and it is consolidated and it has got a lot of information which the
right,
recruiter can go through and they'll come to know about your much of the things. Okay. Yeah, you can stop sharing your screen.
sure.
Okay, great. Okay. So Ravi,
Yes.
anything you would like to tell about the people who are looking for job in these days? Any kind of advice, any kind of suggestion from your side?
Yeah, so right now I can say that if you are there, try to be there because for few days there is a hiring freeze going on. I've seen a lot of companies done this hiring freeze,
Mm,
and I guess recession is on the road, like on the door, I can say
mm,
because. But for now, like for few days, then after again, you will see a very lot more job openings there. And that time I can say that till the time, like if this thing happening, try to like work on your framework, work on your skills basically.
mhm,
Not even you don't need a very good coder in Java itself, because if you're aware of most of the things like collection sites and normally if you're aware string and arrays part, then also you are doing very great. And you just need a Selenium how they are working and the framework, like you betterly explained, like the framework part. Even this question came up in like every interviews because they want to know your framework basically. So every person asks you like what is your framework, and even not even in single interview, but even if I given for 3 4 rounds now of the same company, they ask me in manager round also and in first second round also. So
mm,
that part is much important, so you should know what your framework is and
mm.
what you are working on, so that way you can also do and achieve it whatever you are trying to achieve.
Absolutely. Yeah. So thank you so much, Ravi, for sharing your success story with us, sharing your interview experience with us. I'm sure this would be helpful to many people out there who are looking for a job or who are looking for making their career in software testing field, right? So thank you so much, Ravi, and wish you good luck for the future.
Okay, thank you so much, Rakesh, and thank you everyone. Yeah, thank you for having me here.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a nice day.
Same to you.